Remembering to take down the BRB screen like I always do. Never forgotten that before. It's an absolute lie. Uh, Actually, now that I think about it, there is something I should do that I usually forget about doing. There we go. Okay. What's up, Skelly?
Come on, mate, won't you say who hired you? Was it Achilles? Couldn't have been Nyx. Is it that big a deal?
I am an individual of some integrity, boyo, and protect my sources with my life. You'll have to kill me if you want to make me squeal.
Yeah, so I feel like that's not actually gonna work.
You won there.
Right, Achilles thing. What are we using today?
Time, Baratha.
Um, right, the one with the dash instead of the thing. What do we want to use with that? What haven't I tried with that yet? I would actually like to try some Poseidon with this, but I don't have his keepsake, so I can't guarantee it. Could go Ares and try and get Doom. Doom would probably be better as a special, though. Ooh. Webcam look a bit blurry? The fuck? That's weird. Color looks off. I mean, to be fair, this webcam is not great. It is quite old, and unfortunately I can't replace it due to, well, everyone needing webcams right now. But yeah, like, the really dark colors are coming up really a lot brighter and greenier than usual. I suppose that thing was going to die anyway, but something with a debuff and something that stacks is probably going to be Dionysus. Demeter is probably too high. I could do Doom on the special. That would probably... That seems like a decent setup, I think. And we haven't escaped with this before, so... Time to give that a shot.
Say it. Blood and darkness. It's a curse, boy. Say it with me. Blood and darkness. Each available in high abundance here.
Darkness well indeed.
Ooh. Your dash strike hits 3 times, but your dash has less range. Hold attack to strike rapidly, but you cannot spin attack. That wouldn't be bad with Dionysus, actually. Okay. I'll give this a shot. I don't really use the spin attack all that much anyway, so... Really, that's just making my base attack faster. There's the boy.
20th time that you've attempted to escape.
23rd, but sure. Actually, might not be 23rd. I might be wrong about that. Fucking really?
The fates won't have it.
I don't like any of these. But that's the least bad, I guess. We'll go the health.
Come die again.
Ow.
Got it. Another hellfish.
Excuse me. Probably should mute myself or something like that, but...
You'll be back, won't you?
This boss has a really unfortunate difficulty if you can stun lock it.
Your father's legions with Varatha, the Eternal Spear. The irony must not escape him. Stood by my side against the Titans with that thing in
Shite. Oh, thank God. Maybe I can still get it on attack.
There you are.
I'm in for it.
Ow.
How's that?
Nope. Oh.
Why do I pay these wretches?
There we are.
Well, they did manage to tag me once.
Accept this message.
Damn it. Come on! Are you serious? Being rather unlike the other gods in this regard, he nonetheless maintains a careful distance from the underworld, generally severing his ties with all his mortal followers upon the moment of their deaths. Why confront the woes of the dead when you can live in eternal feast? Ugh. That actually paints a rather dark kind of aspect to Dionysus's character. Fucking... Yeah, I need some kind of upgrade at this point.
Prior to the fact, whilst I am experiencing residual surprise, your movements through the underworld proves that the veil of darkness enshrouds you. The goddess Nyx's influence, perhaps. Respond.
I suppose.
Do not know how to respond to that exactly, Master Chaos, but Nyx, yes, she has been aiding me in my task to free my father's realm.
You wield darkness, not as infinitely black as hers, but reminiscent to me nonetheless. I would invite her to try to elude me and then attempt to locate her. A minor amusement for both of us. Now I have you for this, I see.
I feel like that's the first moment that Chaos has really come across as the trickster that Nyx has portrayed them as. I don't know, maybe I'm just not remembering something. More rewards. I've already got rewards, so you face more foes, you deal more damage from behind. Fuck it.
Do what you think is best.
What do we have here?
Yeah, of course I get Thunder Flourish an extra level. I need money for boons.
Hit the spot.
Speak of the devil.
I commend you for your efforts. A shrewd expenditure of wealth is sometimes all that stands between a victory and sore defeat. Isn't that right, cousin?
I can't get any default attack. Can't wait until I have to never have to think about Yeek again. I have actually been really tempted to go back through your playthrough again and actually pay attention to the writing. Because there's something, like, almost like staring into the abyss fascinating about how that writing seems to start to fall apart. So I can only... the fact that I'm even getting that sort of, like, secondary falls apart so hard in the third act, well, I mean, it's already started to crumble. That doesn't actually surprise me, but yeah, I can only imagine that going through the entire thing, what, you must have gone through it twice now, and then writing a video essay on it, on a game that is ostensibly terribly fucking written. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'll finish that thought first. Yeah, you have my condolences. I don't think I've ever seen a game that poorly written before. Like, in certain aspects, there are games that have terrible plot points, but, like, top to bottom, that thing seems fucking awful. I've gone through the first half, like, 4 times, and I'm not sure I plan on going through the second half again, because the game keeps crashing on me. Oh, good. Great. Amazing. Sorry. My tester brain just kind of activated. I've seen this bug happen before where this text flips to like an alternate and a default or something. Oh no, this circumstance is different now because it's not at the bottom of the page for me to go straight to the top. Oh, that's weird. So I can't make it do the same flicker thing again. Maybe not. Huh. I've run into this before, right? And what I could get it to do is change between fonts and colors. Like, so I could change it to this green, I could change it to this white with this font instead, but it will always flick back to this for some reason. And it seems like this button being here has changed the circumstances in the UI such that I can't actually get it to flicker again. Because the way I used to replicate it was go bottom, top, bottom, middle, bottom, top, bottom, and it would flicker. Yeah, it's strange. Like, you'll see this in games a lot, or you can see this in games, but you see it in web browsers more. The way they try and render their text is, okay, we're going to try and use this primary font, because that's the font we want. Not all computers are guaranteed to have a font, though. Like, it could be rare, but they may not have it. And if they don't have it, it'll go, okay, well, I need some sort of backup. And what you'll see on websites is they usually have they usually have 3 that they can go through in descending priorities. It feels like that's what this is doing, and I can't figure out why. It's always the bottom option if it ever happens, but I can't get it to do the flicker thing anymore, so I can't really tease out, like, what circumstances it fixes itself. Anyway, I hate all of these options. This isn't bad, though. I still don't have a default attack thing, and I'm really not happy about that. This is something I've never even considered in games, lol. Well,
Let's hear it.
yeah, all those options sucked, yeah. Yeah, you don't usually see it in games because, like, when someone is going to a web page, a lot of their environment is not under your control, so you do have to control for circumstances. It's probably not the same thing here, but what it's trying to do is render the text, and for some reason it fails to render it, so it's coming out as some, like, default instead. So, like, instead of going through this nice little filter where, like, oh, they'll have an object that's that button, right? And all the text on there will be, you have this font. But for some reason, that one doesn't get the message, and it just shows up as whatever the default is for the game engine they're running. Obviously, it's, like, way low on the list of priorities of problems, and, like, it's come up, like, 3 times in the time that I've been streaming this game. It's not a huge deal, but it's just interesting to me, and because I work with software a lot, I'm immediately like, I wonder why this is happening, and I wonder if I can get it to change back.
We're not getting through to one another, are we? I'm sorry that it has to be this way.
I really wonder if we're going to find out more about Tisiphone. But so far, it seems like we're not. At least not too much. Maybe there's more later on. Excuse me.
This again.
Oh, I thought I could get that off. That was greedy as fuck. Ow. You stop that. Fuck. Always managed to fall for that too many times. I think Tisiphone's thing is probably just reference to actual myth. Yeah, I guess I'm curious if the game is actually going to do anything with that. Because obviously, like, Meg comes back to the house, and if I recall correctly, Meg has said...
I ought to lock you up in Tartarus.
Well, Father, I'm trespassing through your secret hole and going up.
Meg, I think, has said at some point that Alecto and Tisiphone aren't actually allowed in Hades' place, so it feels like we're not actually going to get much out of them, which kind of sucks. No.
Which one?
I mean, I can't pick this again and get another... I really hate how this has started off. Is there someone else I could go to that would be good for here? Meg's also not a super huge fan of her sisters either, so she probably doesn't talk about them a whole bunch. Yeah. Which, like, that makes sense. And, I mean, contextual clues, for example, I can tell that there aren't any spots that are currently accessible. Who knows if these are ever going to be filled. Like, I wouldn't be... Like, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be more content in the future for Hades. At least at the moment, it seems like there isn't anything you can get for them for keepsakes, so that seems to suggest you may not be able to give them nectar. And if that's the case, then you're probably never ever going to actually talk with them all that much, the way this game goes, so... It's a shame, I probably could have assumed that, but I am wondering if, like, that ever... does the thing. The bottom keepsakes are actually for when you fully go through someone's social link. Oh, yeah, these ones I understand. I'm talking about, like, these... Well, hang on a minute. Are you talking about these or these? Because I know these have... These are in the game, but I was just thinking that, like, this is a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 3 by 10 thing with, like, 6 spots missing, so... Oh. Oh. Maybe there's more that I haven't seen. There you go. Oh, right, I was picking out keepsakes. But yeah, like, and that's obviously fine. Like, they're writing for so many characters already. Like, it's not a critique for me to say I wish there was something about Tisiphone there, or wondering if there's going to be anything with Tisiphone more than just murder. But that's on brand for the myth, so... Do I go Demeter or Doom? No, I think I stay with this. I'll level it up at least. I am consistently going to be using Dionysus for, like, far later game builds with a shield anyway. Definitely got the impression that there's going to be additional content for the game. Not to spoil anything, but there's a lot left unresolved. Okay. I've gotten to the point that we've pretty much established that Persephone getting discovered by the Olympians is going to be a problem. We have no idea what we're going to do about that. At least at this stage. So, who knows? Well, plenty of people other than me know, so... I'll... Ooh. I really should go for boons, but I want to give Nectar to Eurydice.
Aw, for me? Really, Your Majesty? This'll be perfect for my latest recipes.
You know, of all the souls I've ever met, I feel like you put this stuff to the best possible use.
I find that Dionysus is one that I don't use all that much. I'm really liking Ares Doom lately. Yeah, Doom has obviously a lot of power. Actually, hang on. Oh. I'll leave this room before I say something.
I know when something's up down to my roots, and something's up.
Eurydice's song is too good. I can't not pay attention to it.
I think you may know an Orpheus, don't you? Quite musically inclined.
Uh-oh.
Dour, impressive hair. He's court musician in my father's house. Calls you his muse. Says he misses you terribly. I thought you should know.
Oh, Zag.
Orpheus said all that, huh? Tell you what, the next time you run into him, you ask him about the time that he came all this way to try and save me, even though I was already dead. Can you guess how that turned out?
Yes, I do believe I can. Look, I didn't mean to upset you.
Yeah, well, neither did he. But you know what? Actions beat intentions, hon. Now here, How about a treat and you can be on your way?
Ain't that the fucking truth? You know what? I want more boons. And yeah, I am really behind on this storyline. This is one of the few that I almost got to the end on though, so I know a lot about how it progresses. There was a thing I was going to say about Dionysus. Dionysus, okay, so Ares obviously has a lot of utility just from being able to hit once and deal a lot of damage afterward, and that can just work. But I am usually up in a lot of people's faces and hitting a lot. I tend to not have or try to not have too much downtime, so I prefer to have things that stack, like Dionysus's dot. And it turns out that if you invest in it a little bit more than just the poison, especially on something you can reliably hit quickly on, you can actually get some extra stuff out of it, because you can get a thing like a duo boon that makes it stack higher, it tick faster. If you've got multiple enemies dotted, then you deal increased damage, but you have to build on it, right? So it can take some time to find where that fits with your playstyle, and from what I understand, a lot of people don't like it all that much, especially compared to Ares' Doom, because in a similar way, it deals damage after you hit, but you hit once, it deals a truckload. It just flows into a lot more builds, a lot more than Dionysus does, because it requires you to keep hitting enemies a lot, and it can often require you to hit a lot of enemies at the same time a lot. The thing with the poison is that because it requires so much time to get really good, it's a crapshoot whether or not you're actually going to get those boons. Yeah, that's exactly right. And because it takes something beyond that investment, you can go through an entire run and not find any of them and end up with a build that's just kind of shitty, which is how I basically went through most of the beta. And believe me, there are a lot of frustrating runs where I just didn't get what I needed. This run in particular is actually one of the examples of how this can go, where it's like, oh no, I really want this person's boon on default attack. And then I just never get anything on default attack. Yeah. It's a coin flip, and you can use the keepsakes you can use things like the keepsakes and the Mirror of Darkness to make sure that you can get, the legendary and duos a bit more often, and ensure that you get boons for a certain person, but it's still a roll of the dice, and you still need to be able to adapt. And that's really the thing that can make you really godly at Hades, is if you can still manage to adapt and not get the things you want, you can make any kind of build work. Obviously, if you want to min-max one, it's kind of sucks not to get that. But being able to work on the fly with, okay, I know how this weapon works, I know how the other boons work. If I switch to this and get something on default attack, that might replace it, and that might do well. Personally, you can ask my raid buddies. I like dot builds a lot. I really like the potential, especially in certain games where, you can spread dots a lot. Hitting everything at the same time and not having to, or being able to drop every enemy at the same time is really satisfying. Even if it can be challenging to kind of set up. I really have to figure out if the effects of the Pierce Butterfly maintain if you equip a different keepsake mid-run, because it'd be good to ensure a specific god like Elysium where Pierce Butterfly becomes useless. If it works the same way that Cerberus's does, it doesn't. So you can test out Cerberus pretty easily. Cerberus just gives you 25 extra max HP. If you take that off, you lose that extra life. So I think it works on a similar premise. If it doesn't, that would be weird. It would be inconsistent. Because the thing I used that would have had a similar effect is Hermes' Feather, that just gives you dodge chance. I can't remember if that gets removed if you change. No. I would assume it loses its effect.
Barge of death again, huh?
I mean, I suppose what the balance kind of the reason I would think that that may be balanced is that they don't want you to be able to permanently gain a damage buff and then still be able to change that later when it actually has become useless, where it becomes a dead slot. The logic could be that, no, you chose that. If you still want the benefit from it, you keep it. If you change it to get something that is actually useful here, then you lose that benefit. Like, that's the trade-off with keepsakes. You can't just alternate and keep the, keep some of the benefits, you know? You could argue in some way that, like, being able to guarantee boons is kind of guaranteeing something in the future. The thing I would note, though, is that that has a secondary effect where it increases the rarity of the boons from that particular god, and you definitely lose that when you, thing. Unless they changed it. And having played this game for so long, I can't say for sure if that was actually... if that, was actually there the whole time. Actually, yes, Reddit says you lose the bonus if you unequip it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, right? Because the sole benefit, well, it's not the sole benefit, but the major benefit of holding onto that keepsake is the damage you get, or equipping that is the damage you get from it. And if you switch to something that, say, guarantees you a boon, you have the damage and the opportunity to get a boon. It's like you're keeping two. I can kind of see the logic behind that. Because if you want to do something where you use the keepsakes a lot, you do the boons first, and then you do the one where you need to stack. But the trade-off is that you always use the keepsake that gives you the damage buffs and that later on, so it's more difficult to do it. So if you want to be more flexible in your build, or you want to go for a more particular build, you have to sacrifice some use of keepsakes, which is an interesting trade-off, because you go, okay, well, for this weapon... like, let's say you're deciding your run based on Dark Thirst, right? It's like, okay, hang on. So I'm using the shield. Am I good enough with the shield to take a keepsake for a guaranteed boon and put on the Pierced Butterfly afterwards? Or do I just go Pierced Butterfly and get whatever boons I can? Okay, it's gonna be that kind of run. Okay, I'm attacking too fast for this to really make any difference, so this is probably out. This also prevents me from sticking shots into people, so I guess we'll go for the Hades damage boost. Blood Frenzy is good against Hades if you take a lot of damage. Yeah. And I'm not good with the shield, so I will be taking a lot of damage. Not good with the spear, sorry. Oh, please dash twice. Hate this. You know what? Sure. Never really been a fan of the spear, but getting the hidden aspect for it sort of changes that because it's really interesting. That's the one that on its spin attack gives you health, isn't it? I don't know if I'd ever take that, to be honest. Like, which is funny because, like, my first complete run in version 1.0 was with the Daedalus Hammer equivalent for the sword. But that's on its basic attack, right? So you're not pausing and hitting to gain health. And you're also gaining health, spin attack gives health, but you have 70% less starting health, and health buffs gives you 70% less. Yeah, that's the exact same, or it's similar to the sword one, except it reduces your health to 60%, and you gain 2 health from regular attacks. So, like, if you attack a lot, or if you have a build that attacks a lot, then that works. The problem I have with the spear is that I don't use the spin attack all that often, and then I'd have to figure out how to weave that into... You son of a bitch. Stop it. Ow. Thank you. Yeah. Like, I prefer it on the... like, it's literally the Bloodborne build, right? Where, like, no, if you want to keep healing, you got to attack. And I actually... Oh my god. That was a lot of explosions. I'd be doing a lot better if I had better fucking basic attack to, really? Glad the spear has range. I think they actually changed aspects of Arthur from beta. It now actually gives you extra health to make up for the fact that it's a really slow weapon. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember that? Well, I mean, then again, I didn't use the sword all that much in beta, so I probably wasn't paying attention to the changes to its hidden form. But,
Cheers, mate.
Stop giving me shit for my special! What the fuck? Okay, Hades, Hermes is not a big deal, but, like, what the fuck? Let me dash all over the place. That'll give me my poison. Fuck it. I know! Like, oh, good. This charges faster. Great. Oh, I hate this. I'm not getting Zeus. I'm gonna be obstinate. I want something on my default attack that's gonna stack something. I'll take Aphrodite at this point. That delivery is great, by the way. Oh. Thank you. Oh, piss. Hey, buddy. I gotta remember to weave the special in a bit more. Like, admittedly, it is a little good for that, right? But still, I'm miffed that I still haven't... Fuck it, nah. Thanks, Athena. missed it. Oh. Ugh. Pact of Punishment version of this fight is a nightmare, by the way. I've seen it. It has a lot less flaw. I'm not looking forward to that. You really should use the Spear's dash strike a lot more. It does incredibly good damage and has fantastic range. Yeah, I realize that, but, like, the thing is that with this in particular, like, dashing... Oh, I guess it wouldn't be too bad because I've got the dash on poison. But, I sometimes have trouble aiming this thing. And I find it's just easier to burn through all of my basic attack buffs quicker, hit special, and then resume. Like, I could probably get more damage per hit, but I don't know if it's more damage over time to do this, or to do that, or whatever. Pretend I dashed to the spear there and wasn't playing awfully. Yeah. Well, I mean, you've more or less proven that you are pretty much queen of roguelikes. You have an absurd experience with them. Like, I feel like this game has an odd crossover in, like, a little bit of, well, I guess it's more from an abstract perspective, but in terms of, like, damage over time, buff damage and stuff like that, as a, like, that's where I know this game a bit more, but, like, in terms of what's worth it for, like, really nitty-gritty stuff, I feel like you would 100% know better than me. But I am going to be stubborn sometimes, so I apologize if I don't take all your advice. He's a lot more skill-oriented, whereas a lot of other, yeah, effectively puzzle games. Yeah, they really feel like that. Like, yeah, I think I said it the last time we were talking about this, but you can make any kind of build in this game work if you can work it well. Whereas it feels more like in other roguelikes, you need to put together everything well, and you don't have too many opportunities to really, like, you don't have too many opportunities to just go with something stupid and see if you can make it work, if that makes sense. Because I feel a lot, like, in other roguelikes I played, I feel a lot more cornered into what I can and cannot do. But then again, as someone who doesn't play a ton, I could very well be imagining aspects of that. Heh. Idiot. Not having a default attack boon is the worst here. Oh no.
There's something. In the name of Hades.
Sure. Fine. Roguelikes like Binding of Isaac and Into the Gungeon are very much about being able to put a build together. There's still a bit of a skill ceiling, but the game throws stuff at you that starts to become only manageable through good builds. Hades is entirely manageable without a good build because you not only get constant upgrades to the characters, but your skill at the game matters a lot more. Yeah, I do wonder if I do wonder though if some of that difficulty that you usually find where you have to play a build I do wonder if that becomes more and more of a thing as you go further through the Pact of Punishment. Because admittedly, I have not been through the Pact of Punishment too much. I think I got to Heat, like, 5 on the Shield in beta. Whereas, like, people have been upwards of, like, 30. And, like, considering the options you have, like, I can't imagine how difficult that gets then. Which kind of is an interesting design decision, because a lot of roguelikes will... Pact of Punishment probably changes that, yeah. Once you hit 9 Heat and you have to deal with Gates of Erebus, you need good builds to be successful. Yeah, it is an interesting design choice to have the top to bottom run be easier, or sorry, for there to be less of a what's the word I'm looking for here? Less of a difficulty curve than other roguelikes, but putting all of that curve behind the Pact of Punishment, so most people can get to the end, but then you can have the choice to actually reintroduce that kind of difficulty. Because it gets people a lot more into going through the entire run, and then it goes, hey, you want more rewards? Here's this thing that adds difficulty. Yeah. I never actually thought about that before. Huh. There you go. That's actually a really interesting design choice. Because the game still offers that difficulty, and granted, the game does kind of push you to incrementally push the difficulty up because of the rewards you get for going each step, but it still has that there. Huh. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Like, it certainly got me into this game a lot more than I may have otherwise been. Because admittedly, I'm not a huge roguelike person, but this happened to have the right amount of, like, positives for dying, character... Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake. The right amount of character design, interesting gameplay, like, gameplay options, and, like, positives for dying that, like, I was like, okay, I get what this is, or sorry, not I get what this is doing, but, like, I get less frustrated not being able to reach the end, if that makes sense. I am unfortunately very critical of my own play a lot of the time, as has probably been evidenced in a lot of streams, but, hey Charles, how's it going? Good whatever time it is. It's currently 10 p.m. here. The game also has the God mode, which actually improves your stats for every death. Yeah, I did see that. Fantastic job of, yeah. Game accessible with options and its design. Yeah, no, it's really great.
Spears due for a little maintenance.
Oh my god, it's the Marth Spear. I just got Demeter, like, right now. Awesome. Demeter's good. I like Demeter. Well, her... Yeah. So how many dashes you have, that dash strike would be good. That is true. Yeah, I do have an absurd amount of dashes, you're right. And because of that, I won't miss the range, and I can just start weaving that into attack patterns. Oh my... I am so disappointed that I have Ares on my default. Oh, that sucks. Oh, having Demeter on, like, a multi-dash attack like that with the Arctic Blast thing, oh my god, that would be so good. Heck.
Something is. It's time.
I don't have Nectar. Fuck.
Let's get this done.
Actually, no, I think I stopped being able to give him Nectar in this thing. Yes, 100%. Oh my war more. Alright. Sure, you can have that one. Ow. I don't have enough fucking damage. God damn it. I shouldn't be having this much trouble killing basic enemies. Oh my god, now I'm getting tilted. I hate the spear! Oh wow, I just edged him out. Do you not have boiling blood on your cast? Well, okay, so usually I burn through enemies a lot quicker without that. I can use it, but the thing is that I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it taking me that much to actually kill something? I probably should be working it more into my... Oh, you actually have something to say now.
Why bother with such empty gestures, Zag? You've said you're getting out of here. Best focus on that and leave me be.
It's not an empty gesture, then. Besides, if I wasn't trying to stay focused, I'd be drinking it myself.
I wonder what nectar tastes like. But yeah, I do. The thing is that, like, again, like, especially in Elysium, I should be dropping enemies quicker than this. And, I mean, I can easily count that to just me not being good with the spear and not being able to weave these together just yet. But at the same time, I'm gonna be bitter about this run because it's gone to shit from the beginning. So...
I don't know how else to put this, but I want you to come home voluntarily. It's not just you swept up in all this nonsense now, and I know you didn't ask for me to get involved, but what did you expect?
Fan, home is never going to be the same for me. There's no use trying to pretend. I have to go.
You don't have to do anything of the sort. You have no idea how good you've had it here. Maybe someday you'll come to understand.
Super gay. Enemies in Elysium do have a lot more health and tend to have more armor more frequently. Your build isn't super great for dealing that, but you should be able to get through it if you play cautiously and play your dots. Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Is like, the way I'm applying my dots is unusual to how I usually set this up. Like, because I do have privileged status, right? So, like, one of those is enough to get the damage bonus on that. So going like that immediately gives me enough damage to really be able to put through anything. But I don't think I want to face Asterius. Not with this. Ow. See, I felt like it was burning through them a bit quicker. And maybe it's just because I'm dodging more, because that obviously spreads Dionysus' poison. Would love to face Asterius so I can get the pause, but he never shows up in Elysium for me now. That sucks. Is that how you get the last aspect for the fists? Apparently. I haven't seen it myself, so obviously I can't confirm. I think they were added, oh god, I don't actually know when they were added. Oh, nice. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, I'll get another heart.
Almost finished with these.
Oh no. Butterflies without the shield. Oh god. Nah, you're fine. You basically got cleaved down.
Right there.
Ooh. I could get the big damage. I feel like getting the big damage. It pause. Obviously no other explanation required.
You're back
I am.
again. I told you to stay clear of me. Your father's quite the big shot around here, but that means nothing to me, understand? Go and tell him he can cast me in the pits of Tartarus for all I care. It'd be a welcome change of pace from being put to pasture here.
Oof. Do I want gold for sticks, or do I want more Hermes? Their upper dash can maim foes. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I need that. Yeah. From what I hear, it's pretty good, but I haven't been able to, I haven't got any of the hidden aspects yet, but, I haven't played all that many runs, all things considered. I think this is my 22nd or 3rd? Ow. God, that... the fucking dash strike is ridiculous. The fact that it, like, multi-hits, I think, is the most broken thing. Oh, God. Fucking archers. Come here. That's fine. I need to get rid of these first.
The fury of Olympus.
I bet Charon's going to want all this.
Let's see if I can do a run and see if Asterius, while I'm here. Fingers crossed. Like we're all playing Hades at the same time. It's a good game. It's a good game. Ooh. I don't want Zeus. I really don't want Zeus. Let's gamble. Son of a bitch! Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding. You know what? We'll take the chain lightning. That's fine. That'll be handy in sticks. Actually, fuck it. I'm probably gonna need all of this. Zeus wants you. Well, I don't want Zeus, and I don't know how to tell him that. Because he'd probably fucking smite me if I said that.
Returns. The rumors that he fled to haunt the surface must have been mere lies.
Well, no, in this case, those rumors must have been quite accurate. It's just I'm back. Realized I didn't want a future for myself that didn't include crushing you repeatedly like this.
Oh, such clever excuse making from one so versed in treachery. Well, if you are indeed contained within this realm, then we shall be delighted to make sure it always stays that way.
Wind's crazy outside.
Come and fight.
Alright, buddy. Ow. Ow. You wish. Ah, got them both at the same time. Oh, I ate both of those. Jesus. I don't know about that. Where are the... That attack must lock me into the animation. I'm dealing a lot of damage, but I'm really upset I just lost a fucking, Death's Defiance to that. Zeus wants a piece of Zag. Ugh. Yikes. Also...
Thanks for believing in me, my good shade.
Yeah. My one fan. Have you seen that before, Luca? There's a single shade here that's actually cheering for Zag.
Happy to entertain you, Shades.
King
Yeah.
Theseus has fallen to the likes of you.
Yes, he has.
He's all talk.
I don't know if he appears after a certain amount of encounters, because I don't remember that being there the first time I went through the game after release, but they're there now. Okay. Oh, actually, I need to check if... I had the money for it, too. Fuck. Oh. I guess we're taking the tooth.
I'm out of here. In the bag.
Alright. Let's see if I can get through with the spear for the first time. Alright, that doesn't, Yeah, you definitely get locked into an animation when you dash strike. That's why I was getting hit so much. I thought, this must have a longer animation because of the, That's weird. Wait a sec. So, dash strike is the big hit with a follow-up normal. And if I go dash, attack, dash, it does 2 dash attacks. The second one moves forward and replaces the... Huh. I mean, I still get locked into that long-ass animation, but... Yeah, it makes me a little less mobile than I would think. That's the thing I gotta keep in mind. So we got more health, we got Zeus again, and a Pom. What have we up here? Oh, Dionysus, great! I'm gonna go for health. Yeah, I have to show it because it's really cute. There's like the one shade, and like I don't think they did it that time, but usually they emote at you when Zag comes across it, and Zag seeing that for the first time is also really funny. Why did you go for the wall? I don't understand. Ow.
Should keep me going.
Oh, you know what? The dash length might also be part of that as well. I'm having an exceptionally good run already with the aspect of Chiron. What does Chiron do again? Or Chiron? Okay, so there's this constant pun joke with certain fish having CH start names, but they're just pronounced the same way as their real-world counterparts, and, like, I can't hate that, but I groan every time. Chiron makes the bow special lock onto enemies after you hit them with the attack. Oh, yeah, I need to get me that. That sounds like a version of the bow I would really like. Made me a big believer of the shield. Good, because the shield is really good. Especially good if you upgrade that gives you extra special shots. Yeah, I finished a run to Hades with that last night, actually. Like, obviously having the Chiron ability makes it a lot easier to do, but getting, like, every shot in on Hades was dealing so much damage. Oh no. Oh good, it finally dismisses poison at the end of the encounter. I remember it didn't used to do that for a time, and that was really frustrating. Some Artemis's boons that give you crit. Yeah, oh, that was pretty much the same thing I had, actually. Oh, I did find, Ow. That was potentially not very smart. Oh. Ow, again. Oh my... Oh, fuck, I forgot what this duo is.
By my Lord Dionysus, I fail to see why such discussion is perceived as unbecoming of a feast. A successfully conducted war is certainly a cause for celebration, is it not?
Bad Influence is not going to be good against Hades, so I guess we go with that. I also haven't picked it before, so it's progress. Ooh. Another scuffer. Yeah, I think we've confirmed at this point. Luca is absolutely the queen of roguelikes. Oh no. Yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of the shield. But that's mostly because of the Chaos variant. It worked very well with, like, Ares Dionysus builds. Ooh. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, I don't think I can last too much more on this Death's Defiance. But that'll work. Alright, 689. What's that? 450 and 475. What's another 150 on that? That's 575 plus 50 is 625. So I should be able to get this. Actually, no, I mathed wrong. No, that's almost 600. Ah, right, okay. Zeus again. Ah, fuck it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I basically am immune during my calls, so I might as well do that.
Indeed.
I kind of wish that was on my dash, but... God, none of this is good. I really need to invest in Fated Persuasion. That would be so good at this point. No Artemis on special this time, but I guess Demeter will suffice. Demeter's pretty good. The slow is, like, really good. It probably wouldn't be as good if you're, like, super targeting the special, because you just deeply chill one enemy as opposed to kind of, like, spraying, like, slow effects everywhere. But if you get Arctic Blast, that can, especially with the special, that could actually trigger a lot of damage per special. But that requires a second boon. Okay, I would love to get through with the spear. It's the only weapon I haven't got past Hades with at the moment. I actually managed to get past Hades with the rail before I won with the spear.
Haven't you had enough?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but that kind of...
So, boy, did you ask her about how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm all your suspicions then?
You didn't drag her down to hell yourself, apparently. You're not going to tell me who did, though I can well imagine. Your brothers got to reign forever on Olympus while you got sent down into the underworld. So they gave you a consolation prize, didn't they?
What?
You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, it would be wise to keep it that way, and to turn back.
I guess I'm gonna have to think about that after this. You fucking coward. Okay, damage isn't too bad. Where'd my other shot go, you little shit? Oh. That's interesting. You can actually get... If you got shots... If you get shots to fall off him while he's invisible, you can actually pick up where he is if you can see them. Oh, okay. Caught that one. Yeah, we'll do this now. Fuck it. You! Oh, there he is. I have so many dashes. This is fucking stupid. Whoa. Missed me with that shit. Ow. I'll save that. Okay.
Like that?
We're doing pretty good.
You truly dare.
Behold our power.
Oh my god! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, that was a lot of damage. Oh, I know he leaves footprints on the snow, but like, I just realized that he will still drop the shots if he's invisible, so you can even get even more of a... You fucker. Oh. That's fair. It's alright. You're finished. Whoa. Ow. Oh my god. This is disgusting. Whenever I hit Athena, I was just hitting A and X over and over and over again. Oh, that was so dumb. Having that many dashes and that dash attack is disgusting. Christ. Getting Demeter and Arctic Blast on that would be just... Oh, so good. Yeah, no, you were right. To be fair, I wasn't doubting that. I was just doubting my ability to execute that. And,
Very sore right now.
Paste, thank you. It was more my ability to execute it. I didn't realize you could just spam it. and granted, you probably can't just spam it unless you have that Athena call, but, like... I didn't think it would be... I didn't think it would be dash strike, dash strike, dash strike, dash strike, dash strike on Hades, of all people. Oh my god, you found... Yes, good, good. The paws are within your grasp, Luca. You have but to finish it.
Barutha shuddered just now.
That's all weapons. Hell yeah. Fish.
Come on out.
Oh,
Is this a trout?
regular old trout. On the surface, we distinguish between aquatic creatures that live in the drinkable waters of rivers and lakes that dotted the terrain, and those of Lord Poseidon's salt-filled seas. In the former category, the trout is a perfectly common breed, though here in the underworld it cannot be found. Oh, and I got more on the scuffer. The creature's ability to defensively inflate not only provides it a means of protection, but keeps it from getting dragged under the waters and into the underworld itself. Pretty handy for a bottom feeder. He didn't give me the paws. Wait, he's meant to give you the paws? Oh, that sucks. Oh, F's in chat for Luca. Like, the one run you get with Asterius in, like, recent memory, and he still doesn't fucking give it to you. Oh, that's fucking tragic. Oh, that sounded a bit more worried than usual.
Zagreus, it's wonderful to see you, but I need to ask something of you. That you not visit me again here in this place, both for your safety and for mine.
For what? Because of what would happen if the Olympians found out? So after everything, you're taking Father's side in all of this?
Okay, Zag, you're being a little bit unreasonable.
I am. Your father is no fool when it comes to matters such as this. Besides, all that has happened, it's my fault. I was selfish. And now both sides of our family threaten to be torn apart.
Your fault? So let's say you never left Olympus. Then it'd be just like you thought until quite recently, I think. That I'd never existed. Besides, they haven't found out any of this. What makes you so sure they will all of a sudden?
Nyx may be veiling you from them as she veiled me when I fled here myself. But even her own powers aren't infallible. Each time you visit me, you are incurring risk. One small slip, and they shall find me. Discover your deception. Go home, Zagreus. Please.
Go home with me, Mother. You came here under false pretenses. I haven't fought all this way over and over again only to turn back now. I need you in my life. How can you just turn me away like this?
Oh, Zagreus. I cannot return. After all that happened between Hades and me, and everyone, I just cannot fathom the idea. Besides, the risks we're taking would be even greater if Olympus were to find me there with him and you.
So with Zag, I'm not actually asking for an answer, I'm just thinking out loud, just to be clear. Was Zagreus off base by saying that, that Persephone was offered as a consolation prize to Hades? Like, Hades backed that off as like, huh, yeah, right. But he is an unreliable an unreliable source in this situation, or at least, like, we can't just take him at his word. But Persephone seems to be implying that, like, her being found there at all would anger people on Olympus. Which seems to imply that it was... Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? Like, I take Persephone more at her word, but then I'm wondering, like, so what was the... maybe I'm not remembering something about the lines that were spoken, because Hades specifically mentioned Poseidon in that exchange, which makes me think that's where Zagreus got the idea. But then I don't know why Poseidon would say something like that. Like, Zagreus got that idea from somewhere. Not remembering clearly, I have to assume that Hades mentioned of Poseidon had something to do with it? Right, but, well, I'm not saying that Poseidon said that Persephone went down there. What I'm saying is that Poseidon implied that Hades had gotten something for getting into the underworld, and that maybe Zagreus assumed that was Persephone. Right? Because then it would make sense that he says something like that, and Hades puts together that, like, oh, right, Poseidon must be talking about why I got sent here. Or, you know, the things I got for being sent here, in which case you shouldn't listen to him. I could also be missing dialogue, because I know I've been getting to the end probably faster than the game intended, and just because of the run nature of the way this game tells its story, it's possible I've missed something. But then again, between playing beta, playing this, watching other people play it, I don't actually remember what lines were supposed to fucking match up, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's a smaller detail.
You're just going to stay here, alone, in the middle of nowhere, in this little garden, forever, after we part ways, just like that.
My son, I know you've made hard choices and sacrifices to be here with me. And I'm forever grateful to have finally met you. This is my home now, yes. While your home is below. Please, if not for your sake, then for mine, do not return. I love you, Zagreus. Goodbye.
So... was it Hades that said that? It may not have been Hades that said what I'm thinking of, but at some point it was implied that Persephone is not safe where she is. I think that's what I got from one of the last... This build is accidentally really good. I killed Asterius in the Champions fight in 30 seconds. Damn. Both Hades and Nyx have implied that. Okay, yeah, so I'm not... Yeah, I thought it was Nyx. I wasn't sure if Hades had also said that. Have implied that that's the case, right? So, alright. Wherever she is right now, it's out of the question. Persephone has implied that her being in the underworld is also bad. But it also seems... But the fact that Persephone hasn't gone to Olympus, it also implies that she can't go back to Olympus. So it feels like she's not safe wherever she is. That there is a chance that bad shit could happen. So... what are we supposed to do now? Like... I thought I had a train of thought to follow from that, but I'm actually kind of stumped.
What's the good word?
I bet it was.
Darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well, you show them next time. Would you do that for me, huh?
Sure.
You want to say something?
Father, you always said the Olympians wanted nothing to do with our kind, but doesn't Charon work directly with Hermes? Maybe it's you who wants nothing to do with them.
I want nothing to do with them, correct? My hasty nephew assists Charon out of necessity alone. Not even Thanatos is able to keep up with the rate at which mortals expire and must then cross our borders.
I don't think it's about her not being able to go back. I think it's about her not wanting to go back. Yeah, like, I don't know, in my, well, that just rules it out as like, okay, that's absolutely not an option, because that would be forcing Persephone to do something she doesn't want, or is like clearly the worst option for her, right? But also going back would mean having to explain where she's been for however long she's been gone, so it's a matter of, yeah, there's also that. But, like, because, like, gameplay-wise, I know Zagreus is going to go back out there. So are we going to go somewhere else? Like, also I just saw that the fan has a banner. I thought it was the color of the shade. What? Oh, right. Yeah, no, the fan also has a banner. Like, everyone has, like, the, Theseus and Asterius banners, but that one shade has, like, a shade width banner for Zagreus. It's really cute.
Want me to pitch in? Just give me your blessing and I'll head straight for the surface.
No, I think not, boy. You are born of this realm. The surface is a windswept waste. You don't know how good you have it here.
You're right, I don't.
This feels like a line of dialogue that doesn't account for the fact that I've been up there.
Want more pets? I got more pets here, boy.
Good boy.
I found another weapon waiting for me in the courtyard, Achilles. Hexagriff. Never entirely believed it was real.
Between us, lad, I wish it wasn't. Was such a thing available to my enemies during my fighting days, I surely would have come here even sooner. But I trust you to use it well. May it serve you as it served the fire goddess Hestia. She hasn't needed it in a while.
I'll use it to the best of my ability, sir.
Yet I am unmade, unwhole, here in this place, alone with, without the one with whom I shared my life when we were flesh and blood. He is somewhere within this realm, yet our time, I think, is long since past. Oh, look, I got an update for Patroclus at the same time. May his name yet live. May his soul bask forever in the glory of Elysium. Yeah. Oh. This is, of course, not to diminish the deserved notoriety that they each, in turn, have earned through their efficient torturing of those who tried to get away with terrible misdeeds in life. And yet, Tisiphone, among the three, least shares the qualities with which mortals can identify. There's still also this unknown place between Chaos and Greece that we don't know about, or I don't know about yet. Which is part of the reason, I guess, like, maybe we go somewhere else, because if we're not going back to Greece to see Persephone... Oh, actually, I don't think I... Piece of crap. Something troubles me about it, though, this Varatha. As I transported it, it felt as though it once were mine. Absurd, yet there it was, the touch of a familiar friend. The thought is barely worth making a note of, but it made me wonder whether there are aspects of the weapon well beyond my understanding. Have you opened up the administration room yet? Not in this playthrough, no.
Yes. I met her, you know. Persephone, I mean. You look more like your father, but you have her eyes. One of them, anyway.
You never spoke of her to me. You must have known. You kept the truth from me, same as Nyx.
Ooh.
It's not like that. I didn't know any more than you. Besides, Lord Hades ordered all of us to never speak of her again. I thought it just a bad relationship. I didn't realize she left her son.
Something tells me Father wouldn't let her take me even if she wanted.
Yeah, I still have that locked. So there's a thing that makes me think it might be like a portal to some DLC content. That wouldn't surprise me. There's also like a big gap here, but like they've also got a lot of real estate in the house anyway. Like honestly, this area in particular, I could see them putting something in here. A chair goes in that gap. Oh. Well then. Never mind. Ignore me.
Say, Orpheus, you're not going to believe this. I happened on a certain nymph during my journeys recently. It was Eurydice. Tall, woodsy type.
You know, the nymph. The tall, woodsy one. Like all of them?
What? Why, truly. I knew Eurydice resided in your father's realm, but I had not anticipated you would cross her path. You're certain of this, then?
I saw her, mate, in Asphodel. She's doing fine up there, all on her own. You said the two of you were very close, isn't that right?
We were much more than that, Zagreus. We were husband and wife. She was my muse. To think that we are doomed to be apart during our afterlives. Oh well.
Ah well. Don't you have a message I could bring to her if we should meet again, something like that?
I do not wish to trouble her again, my friend. Speak not to her of me, all right? I have my memory of her. It is enough.
Oops.
You can't be serious.
Not like I already did.
What is the matter, child? I sense your distress, not the specific cause.
Mother doesn't want to see me again. I mean, she asked me not to return. Thinks the risk is too great.
Now, surely this is going to point in toward... It's late. Surely this is going to point towards, like, what we're going to be aiming for getting out of here now. Because at the moment, we're getting out of there just to cause trouble for Persephone if we don't figure something out.
Oh. That is a fair enough assessment. What shall you do?
I'm going back.
Good.
Hey, Zag, Nyx? What's your plan? Sub 20-minute run. Jesus Christ. Slow down, Luca. It took me like an hour and 30 minutes to get through one run. Although I guess I'm like sitting here pontificating about nothing, so they don't have one. I know, but Nyx should... Well, I mean, Nyx probably actually has an idea of what's going to happen if Zag keeps going up there. Which, like, honestly, but, like, of all the characters in this game, I feel like Nyx and Demeter have, like, the most plans underway. Well, I mean, Demeter is more doing stuff off screen, but Nyx is, like, clearly playing at something, but... You know what? That's very true. Everyone can see it but him. It's very fitting.
Hey, nice one, Wretched Broker.
He do a good job.
What's new?
For one ambrosia. There's a lot of darkness.
Thanks for talking to me, Prince. I have to go.
Love you.
It's one way to pass the time. Here's the latest cat chef.
Ooh, a diamond. You're also like getting very close to the true ending, by the way, so I'd recommend not playing this off stream anymore if you don't want to miss that. Yeah, that's fair. I figured that I wasn't sure how the endings were going to go, but you can just perpetually play this game over and over until you get to the end. So, like, I figured that there had to be, like, a, oh, God, I had a good example of a game that did something similar. Oh, almost like an FF14 sort of credits bit, where it's like, hey, you finished the story content. There's a bunch of other stuff to do after that, but yeah. You can also perpetually play it after the end too, because they just re-implemented the beta ending for that. Oh. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought there might have been something after that that was more like, okay, you got there, cool, but you're gonna kind of stay up there for a little bit and not do much. Like, honestly, I would have guessed that you kind of like try to make... It makes plot sense why it is the way it is, though. Okay, yeah. Oh man, I would have been really curious if the post game was less story and like more you go directly to Olympus and then and like you get extra opportunities to interact with some of the gods, give them nectar or something like that, like give you something to incentivize getting to the end. But I have a guess. I feel like I think I said this last stream, but like it wouldn't surprise me if this ended up being in a very Sisyphean place, and it would be very appropriate because Zag starts going to see Persephone, right? The Olympians all know he's going to see Persephone. The Olympians all think he's trying to get to the surface to reach them. If Zag just stopped going to the end, they'd be like, what the fuck? That's weird. Why did you suddenly stop trying to get to us? Is there something else you were doing up there? I could easily see that his fate is to just keep going up there and up there and up there just to make it seem like he's still trying to reach them and then getting killed on the way out. Alright, fighting Hades now. Wish me luck. Good luck, Charles. You're close-ish. Oh, I'm super curious how that's going to work out, because that would be very Greek tragedy and very, yeah, Sisyphean, which is kind of ironic.
Guess I have been rather busy.
That's a lot of Titan's blood. Son of God of the Dead will sometimes claim equip various keepsakes from those whom would be close to him. Artemis, Dionysus, Hermes, Damn it, I think I'm gonna bounce the stream. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take partial blame for that, but also... Come on. I somehow managed to get you to do a run of Hades while I was playing this instead of working on your video. You should go back and work on your video, damn it. But I appreciate you hanging around, Luca. Good luck on the video essay. Dwelling on Yick for more than minutes at a time is a pain for me, so I can only imagine how much of a pain it is for you. I have plenty of time to get it finished. The LP isn't done until the 15th. I suppose that's true, but like...
I'm wide awake.
Yes, absolutely good luck with that video. 23. Right.
Do better.
I cannot get a Fated Persuasion yet. Even if I trade in that Ambrosia. But the Ambrosia is only going to stick around for a while, and I've got so many that I don't actually... I could probably just...
Got anything good?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that.
It's too good a deal to pass up.
Yeah.
Finally. Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not being paid to not tell you that last part.
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
Coronact hungers. Coronact, is this what you really are?
Oh, but it severely reduces the amount... Oh, right, so you invest blood to get more things back into it. You know what? I will actually grab that.
The aspect of Chiron.
Looking good.
But... Yes! All 5 shields. Hell yeah. Congrats, Charles.
Maybe this one.
Yeah, we'll go with this. See how this goes. Maybe I should just... I still need to try and get Aphrodite and Poseidon, and if I use too many of the fixed fate boons, then it's not really going to work out all that much. You know what? We'll go with the Pierced Butterfly. Why not? I need to put one of you on from now on.
What could go wrong?
Oh.
I don't suppose... No. It is nothing, little sprout. It's just... I hear such wicked rumors now and then about my daughter. Lost to me. And what became of her. Kore, we called her then. Persephone is what she called herself. Before she vanished utterly. Leaving no trace.
Okay. That just explains so fucking much. Oh no. Yeah, because the last time she spoke about this... Well, no, I didn't think it was Grandma. I thought it was more Grandma in the way that, So, admittedly, I am unfamiliar of the ages and family tree of the gods. I thought that Demeter just being older meant that she had. Well, no, because Hades. Yeah, I guess I didn't click. I guess I didn't click onto that as it was Persephone who was specifically related to Demeter. Because first of all, I'm not really familiar with the gods all that much. Second, the way a lot of the other gods reference her is she is much older. So I just thought that like maybe they just consider her that because she's essentially older. Maybe she actually sired one of the other gods. Well, I mean, it turns out she did, just not the one I thought. But yeah. Maybe. Like, I really want to let this game run its narrative before I get caught up with... Oh, before I understand all of that, because I feel like I get the two confused at that point, because, like, from what I understand, this game does take liberties with the story, and, like, you know, because... That, I mean, that's fine from my perspective, but then again, I have no love I have no, like, a special place for the Greek gods in my heart. But I feel like it would just serve to... Oh, sure, I know, but, like, I'm just kind of specifying that for anyone else that might watch this in the future, because this game seems to take its own route with some of this, or also because this has crossed my mind whether I wanted to do it, and I realized, no, that would actually confuse me even more. Forget the fact that I've been watching other people stream it and forgetting where I am, but, yeah. That explains a lot. Oh dear.
Persephone, mother is Demeter's daughter?
Oh, maybe this is a thing. Oh, Hello? Why is this here? God, that's so annoying.
Son of Hades, I believe I have deduced something I ought have sooner recognized. Your mother must have been one who called herself Persephone. Her stay within the underworld was brief from my perspective, but impactful nonetheless. You seek her now. Respond.
Oh, Master Chaos. You should know I have located her already. Though where she is, I cannot stay for long. So I'm visiting as often as I can. It's not unlike our visits here, only somehow even harder to get to where she is.
I see. Then it is good to know that you have been in contact. And I trust that your successive visits shall be worth their while. Not unlike our visits here.
Sure, I'll do that. I do want a lot more darkness. I'm trying to get at least one fated persuasion on my side. Oh, shit.
Veiled in darkness.
Ah.
All set.
Yeah, that first ending hurts. Ow.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
Artemis seems like a good call here. Ow. God, that special curving is great.
Become involved in this. Didn't think she would, though you'll be glad she did. Provided you stay on her warm, fuzzy side, of course. Working on that myself.
We'll go with the shot.
Better hide.
I think we'll go more money. Oh my god. Oh. Doesn't last that long. Oh, damn it. Oh. Fucker.
There must be some unconquerable force of foe awaiting you just at the border of your realm and ours. We cannot even see it through a shroud of darkness there. I shall make certain that your family knows it may take considerable time to surpass. So fear not, for we are patient here.
You sure about that? I feel like you're... No. Deflect dash. I want something else on my main. Hopefully. I mean, I would love something else on my main. Game. Oh. come on, Hammer. Give me something good. Oh. Ow.
See that, Coronaut?
Ooh.
Let's go, Coronaut.
That seems pretty fucking good.
Here's the fee.
You hunted down a real bargain there in Charon's shop. So how about we try a slightly bigger deal on for size right now?
Okay. I'll take that. Electo.
Hello.
I haven't seen Electo in ages.
I sense something of death upon you, Zagreus. What's that you have? Something from Thanatos, is it?
Ooh.
Oh, this old thing. It's just a listless butterfly fan gave me, which happens to fill me with even more supernatural strength than usual. Don't pay it any mind.
Not even Thanatos can help you here. But if I ever start a book collection, I'll know who to call.
And I said no. Ow. Oh. Oh, get wrecked. Bow is pretty good. Surprise, surprise.
Coronaut shuddered when I picked this up.
Megara seems to be having difficulties.
Off to Asphodel.
That she does. Oh, I thought that was the thing. Oh, yeah. I'll grab that.
Next floor. Done.
Whew. I think this might be my last run for the night. It's getting pretty late here, so,
Love that sulfur smell.
like, it's getting to the time that I usually start wrapping up, so... It's only 11:30, but, like, usually by 12 I like to kind of, like, put an end to things, and seeing as this runs seem to take, me about an hour because of all my talking and whatnot, probably a good idea that I do end it where I do. Oh, God. I'm probably going to finish this run. But yeah, there's not going to be too much after this. In fact, depending on how long this goes, I may stop it at some point, but... I have nectar. So, not yet, but soon. God, I wish I could just sit here and listen to this song. Actually. No, she is behind.
You read my mind, hon. I go through this stuff awful fast sometimes.
And I, in turn, fast given the opportunity.
Ah, no, it's all good. I like, it's probably too easy to be like, oh, ending the stream, yeah, okay, good night. Like, yeah. I try and preempt it because, like, I'm not really a fan of, like, snap endings like that. I usually like setting the expectation that I don't stream too long into the night and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, I feel like Eurydice is the only character in this entire game who has a practical use for nectar, and everyone else is just collecting these things like... Zag, you've given me like 6 of these things. I don't know what to do with them.
What is it, hon? Oh no, don't tell me you've come all the way from Tartarus to ask me more about your good-for-nothing court musician friend.
Certainly not. I'm merely here for your wonderful singing, cooking, or conversational ability. Though, since you mentioned it, you seem to have a lot to say to him. Is there anything I can do?
So let me see if I understand. Orpheus blew it with me like an idiot, but now I'm supposed to be reaching out to him. Sorry, hun, but that's not happening. The two of us are finished. And you know what? I think we're finished here too, if you'll excuse me.
Hang on a second. I want to check something. Does Eurydice... Is Eurydice even mentioned in Persona 3? No. Huh. Huh. I want palm porridge, yeah. That does sound delicious. The reason is that, like, in Persona 4, they had, Actually, is that a spoiler? Actually, I think it might be. Fuck, okay. In Persona 4, there is a pair that is referred to that is very similar to, or that has a similar, like, companionship. Oh, no, it's not even that. It's like, there's a figure in Persona 4 that has a counterpart, much like Orpheus does to Eurydice in terms of their stories, right? And I'm actually kind of surprised Persona 3, to my knowledge, actually doesn't make any use of Eurydice. But then again, I suppose there would be a very specific story you'd be telling if that was the case, which is distinctly not what Persona 3 was going for. Huh. Something I never thought about.
Ooh, that's good. Bye now.
more... Oh, fuck. This this run really likes throwing a lot of Demeter at me. It's... oh. Ooh. Please. Oh! That doesn't affect him if he still has his shield up. Or his armor up. I didn't know that. So here's another thing. Oh, I wonder if I can actually... Damn it. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can actually get this to work. Okay, there we go. See, you can freeze the big head with the, Gorgon shot. In this boss fight. I have played this game for so fucking long, and I never knew that, and I'm so pissed off I never found that out. Like, if you drop the armor of the thing that falls from the sky, you can actually freeze it in place with the Gorgon head's petrification bullets. Really handy, because it turns out it's really easy to deal with that thing if you can just fucking freeze it in place. Ooh, I think I want that. My understanding is, despite popular belief, Demeter is in no direct relation to Lord Hades or his brothers, being born more ancient Titan stock. She certainly has taken pains to distance herself from Zeus in particular, often leaving Olympus for long stretches in search of something. Oh. Oh no. I'll go Chaos. I'm feeling lucky.
Master Chaos, I've returned. Let's see how this goes.
It's the least awful.
Surprise. Crushed.
I'll just dash around and deflect all their shots. Fuck it. It's probably just as easy as attacking them, honestly. That works too. Oh.
So much for them.
Nice.
Some of Charon's wares. Gimme.
Gimme. Well, I just spent money, so Charon's out. And I've already got a fair few palm upgrades just from Nectar, so... Oh, we're up to the Hydra already. Okay. This is gonna be the test. If I can actually weave this well.
Hydra, you're back. How wonderful.
Ooh. Come on. Thank you. damn it. Hello? Oh, God. Oh. Fucker. Whew. Wasn't too bad. I might need a few more arrows for this, or a few more upgrades on this, aspect for the bow, but I'm actually not as much of a fan of the tracking special as I thought I would be. Which is kind of surprising, actually.
Which to choose?
Wow, I've only got 4 bonus damage so far. You know what? That's not really worth it.
Okay.
I didn't really stack it up all that much, so... Oh, that's right, we get an update to this. Elysium is the most exclusive, sparsely populated region in the Underworld, and even still, it is perhaps the most well-known, although Tartarus has considerable notoriety as well. Only the great get in. Many mortals strive for greatness all their lives, never quite realizing there is no existing formula for it, not even a specific definition for it. Oh, maybe I should have gotten... Oop. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish there was a similar thing, a similar keepsake to the Olympian God ones, where you could guarantee that you were getting a Daedalus hammer in the next room. I think that would actually be really neat.
Gods grant me strength.
You know what? Let's go for it.
Champions of Elysium, now prove yourselves.
Come and get it.
Whoop. Whoop.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
And my keep.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I'll take it. Imagine a hammer boon only one. Oh man, that would be cool. Like, I could definitely see, like, a variant of this game. Like, maybe it's a keepsake or maybe it's a mode where it's like, okay, there are no god boons, but you have increased chance of hammers. Like, make that work. Like, get all of these stupid variants on, like, stupid modifiers to the weapon. Oh, fuck, that would be fun as hell. That'd be super awesome to experiment with. Like, granted, anything you find from that would be practically unusable in any other mode, but that would be super neat. I kind of love that idea. Like, the only problem I can see with that is that boons are one of the ways you scale your damage with. Yeah, it would be so much fun. The problem is I feel like this game is very much balanced around the idea that the boons are the thing that scales your damage. Because not only do they add additional effects, they often add multipliers or modifiers to your attack damage, just flat out. And it's one of the reasons why when you get to Elysium, you're dealing even without mechanics, you're generally dealing more damage than you are in Tartarus. I feel like there'd have to be, I feel like it would be more difficult from a pure number perspective, but if you stacked enough of the bullshit hammer abilities, you could actually make it work. Like, it'd be a lot more unforgiving, because if you just get the wrong abilities, you're absolutely screwed. Whereas at least with bad boons, you can still scale your damage by getting POMs and upgrading their rarities and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how viable it would be, but I would be super interested in runs like that. That would be super fun. And if they turn out to be a challenge, then it can be a challenging thing. It's like, hey, how far did you get with hammers only? Well, so the problem with, or one filled with hammers, hang on. Or make one whole area filled with hammers. You mean like one run through of Tartarus where the only reward is hammers? Oh, or you mean like a specifically made run that is only ever hammers, and each room you get an extra one? Yes. I wonder how that would work. Then you get the boons in the next area. Yeah. Well, like, that's why I was kind of like, that's why I was thinking more of a keepsake, you know? Like, guaranteeing a hammer in the next place you go through, and there's, like, increased rarity. Like, I don't think the hammer has rarity at all. But maybe you get rarer, maybe you get more options. Fuck it. The next hammer you get has more options, right? So the next area contains a hammer, or the next reward is a hammer, and you get more options, right? It would be similar to the keepsakes where you could, like, guarantee something like that. Because at the moment, like, if you want to look for, like, if you want to do a build based on boons, you can kind of manipulate the game to give that to you. If you want to make a build based on hammers, you kind of need to just get lucky. And, like, maybe that's the point, because they do offer some, like, there are analogous hidden aspects that are similar to some hammer variants. So, for example, the sword has a Daedalus hammer variant that heals you when you attack, but reduces your max health, like the hidden spear aspect, right? So I can understand that, like, maybe guaranteeing that you can put a... Wait, imagine if they just put Daedalus in an update. Yeah, that's an option. He doesn't fit too much in the story at the moment. Wait, is Daedalus a Titan? This run is so off the rails. Daedalus. In Greek mythology, Daedalus was a skillful architect, craftsman, and artist, and was seen as a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and power. He is the father of Icarus, the uncle of Perdix, possibly the father of... Wait, was he even a god then? Uh-oh. Mouse, don't. Don't you do it. Oh, no. Oh, no.